Negative people will ruin your life.
Negative people will ruin your life. That's such a great hook, if you ask me, especially if you have so many surrounding you all the time. By the way, that's Zach Alvis, who's got about 4.2 million followers on Facebook, and he's got a lot of great videos. So if you want, you can watch the rest of his content, his videos. But for this particular video, I'll leave a link in the description so you can judge for yourself. Anyway, as I watched and listened to his examples and facts about negative people and their effect on you, which is why you should stay away from them, I want to offer another way of looking at the situation. Why we should also take this chance to lean in towards them, the negative people. Because believe it or not, doing this tells more about ourselves and why we would prefer staying away from these so-called negative people. Let me repeat that. Staying away from negative people tells something about yourself, which might help you understand yourself even more. First things first, let's try to define some terms here before we get into this. What is a negative person? Or what classifies as someone being negative? Let's go into the stereotypical ones. Annoying, pessimistic, backstabs, credit grabbers, complainers, those with a crab mentality, envious, conceited, and basically just hard to get along with, and it really boils your skin when you're like in real close proximity with this person. Sound like somebody you know? Basically, they have issues. We all know that. But isn't a negative person also someone who just rubs off you differently? Like, if they don't agree with your point of view, that too can be someone who is negative and can put you in a bad mood. We all know that there will always be a negative person around, whether we like it or not. So does that mean whenever we encounter a negative person, that our automatic response is to run away, not to stay put where they are, or basically just disregard their existence? Here's some free advice coming from someone who's been going through therapy for a couple of years now. We were brought up in a world where our automatic response to negativity, that's negative people, sadness, depression, anger, something scary or something that terrifies you, is to deflect by pretending they don't exist, to run away, or to do something fun to remove or stop the negative contamination from spreading. We were programmed that way. It's not our fault. But the downside of that is, what if there's nowhere to run? Nothing fun to do, and all you have left is to confront this negativity. It's normal to feel uncomfortable given the situation, and the only solution is to understand yourself and why we behave this way. Why does that negative person affect you this much? Why does what they say or do bother you? In order to further comprehend, you have to dive deep through your own history, your own life, all the way to your childhood. Does this negative person remind you of your mother, your father, a sibling who gave you hell growing up, a school bully who terrorized you, an abusive ex-partner? Once you find out the root cause, you have to forgive that version of yourself, that it wasn't your fault and it was totally out of your control. You'll have to constantly revisit these versions of yourself and literally talk to them by going back in your mental time capsule until the day comes that you forgive and be okay with these bad experiences that happened to you. Look, I'm no professional psychologist, psychiatrist, but this is me just sharing that understanding yourself and your reactions to negative people will help you be more comfortable that they're around. You don't have to like them, but at least their presence won't destabilize nor ruin your day once you understand your own behavior and reactions more.